Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Monday, December the 30th. The year's 2024. Let's talk trading, weekly open and gap. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And with just 2 trading days, even though maybe we could say this is the last trading day of the year, let's not forget our risk management. Let's never lose more than we're willing to lose on any one single trade. Okay, looking at the weekly chart here on the pound, we are about 18 pips below the weekly open, 52 off the high and 2 off the low. I was watching the pound right before making this video, and it just seems to be dumping for some reason. I'm not sure why. And if we zoom out to the monthly, you can see we're 169, almost 170 pips below the monthly open, 259 off that high and 77 off the low. We're putting in the opening range for the week right now. And we are below the opening range for the month and the year. We almost cracked in it, but price has reversed. I just noticed we're in the launch pad. Let's see what happens around the 45 if it gets down that low. For the year, 163 pips off the yearly open, 885 off the high, 249 off the low. And we had an inside bar 3 days ago. We broke out of that inside bar. We had an inside bar 1 week ago, and we had broken out of that one too, both to the upside. But we just crossed below the 45 here. So let's see if it comes down to the 40. Lots of inside bar action. Last week was Christmas, so that's what's happening. 63 pip range today. You can see we've got a green M1. Everything else is red here on the pound. But it looks like it is bouncing off that 45. And there it goes. And too bad I'm making the video. Didn't get a chance to put that trade on. That's one of the things, we talk about trading. Try and focus. I have to practice what I preach. I'm making a video right now. I'm not trading. So, sometimes if I put a trade on before the video and I'm probably underwater, so I'll have that trade going. But I try not to enter trades while making the video. So once again, focus, focus, focus. But that would have been a nice 7 pip move off of that 45. It's just something that I've noticed that the pound likes to do. You can see it just barely broke through that 45 down to 44.1 and bounced and came back. There would have been 10 pips. Oh well, there's always another trade. Notice we're in that rat zone here, the green rat zone. Let's see what happens here. Let's see, we just weekly upper rat zone, weekly lower rat zone. Interesting. Okay, Bambino flex indicator says to go long. Bias near the pivot is long, and we just crossed below it. So pivot's at 125.56. So it looks like here, opportunity to go long. And H4 is just turning green. And we will see what happens. See if we can cover the H4. Usually doesn't happen that way. We hit the pivot today. We hit the weekly pivot. And we've hit the monthly pivot. So we've had 3 missed weekly pivots this year. And so far we've had 4 missed daily pivots. Okay, we've been in and out of that upper wick zone. Looks like we also crisscrossed the previous day's midpoint there. Stats, 63 pip range. We broke out of the previous week's high by 15 pips. We have not broken out of the low. High minus close, 53. Close minus low, 11 for the rats. And for the weekly crossover traders so far this week, high minus open 34 to the north and open minus low 29 to the south. Looking at the M30 chart, you can see M30 turned green. Now it's back to red. We'll have to see what it wants to do here. And we had a lower open trigger there at the 50. Have a 1 ball. Made a 23% retrace on the fibs for you fib traders. And let's see, the monthly, you can see here, we had a price turn wick zone. Price turn wick zone right now, we're in the weekly. On the daily, we came out of, we actually put one in last week. H4, we hit a price turn wick zone and reversed. It's kind of interesting how these things are working here. Look at that H1. Now that's a big range bar, I would say. Notice there was an imbalance here. M30, let's look at that. We went through it, came back. Looks like we're going to put in a price turn wick zone here. On M5, we're coming out of it. Came back and touched it. Wanted to move up. Looking left, you can see, you might see some resistance around that 61 area. And Walmart says that 65 is always a trouble spot. And you can see here we put in a price turn wick zone. Looks like we've pretty much filled that imbalance there. So it looks like it could be good to go to the north. And we're working with the H4 candle color. You can see H4 all the way down. We've got green. And it's too bad I didn't get in at that 45 level. That would have been a nice trade. We have not extended the range. I doubt that we will. And let's just see what's happening here. For the week, looks like we're 46 pips away from the EMA 5. The previous week was an inside bar. We broke out to the north. We're inside the lower wick zone on the weekly. You know price doesn't like staying in wick zones. Now we're a few 4 pips above that pivot, so Bambino flex indicator paying off, and a higher high, higher low. So fellow traders, I'm not sure. Let me take a quick look here. I'm wondering if tomorrow, according to the calendars, the FOREX calendars, we've got bank holidays around the world: Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Switzerland, China, Europe. And then on the 1st, we have bank holidays in Great Britain, Canada, the US, New Zealand, and Japan, and Swiss. So it looks like might not be much action tomorrow. So just want to thank traders for tuning in this year. Appreciate it. Not sure what's going to happen next year. Yeah, I'll probably still be putting out videos. Probably still putting out an indicator or two. I'm involved in other things. It's going to take a lot of my time, probably for at least the first half of the year. But I'll still be around. Haven't decided anything. I don't know. There's, as far as indicators go and methods, haven't really changed much. It's funny, I was looking back over the years, and some of these methods are pretty pure. And what I mean is they haven't changed since they were first put out. There's been some improvements, like with the rat zone. I came out with the smart rat. But, as far as the buy zone and the wick zone, the pivot fade, those things have, withstood the test of time. The highest open, lowest open, holo, they just all seem to have, withstood the test of time. And, for the scalpers, things like the lowest high, highest low, reversal trades. Once again, if you're happy with a couple pips, sometimes more, but if you can sit there and be happy with 2 pips, you can do very well. So, as always, fellow traders, ending this year and going into next year, always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.